Welcome to the premiere. Today is a glorious day. I am Ob. I'm going to be your guide, your host through this really awesome product reveal that we have for you from Glorious. Please allow me to introduce to you the latest and greatest additions to our Glorious Gaming mouse lineup. Model O2 wired, Model O2 wireless. Oh, and Model I2 wireless.
Once again, it is that time.
This is the first time that we've announced 3 mice at the same time, so I'm going to be walking you through each of these individually. And by the end of this, you're going to be wanting these on one of your battle stations. It's been over 3 years since we first released the Model O, and about 2 years since the Model O wireless. These mice not only put Glorious on the map as some of the lightest, high-performance gaming mice on the planet, but we were at the forefront of a lightweight gaming mouse revolution. In the wake of Model O, the entire industry set its sights on competing for the lightest weight possible. It also encouraged many other brands to follow our lead in becoming more transparent, friendly with pricing and support. The Model O has achieved and exceeded every goal we could have possibly dreamed of, becoming a gold standard for millions of gamers around the world. But now it's time for an upgrade. These V2s are the next generation of this glorious lineup, keeping everything that people love, but making improvements across the board in engineering, tech, and aesthetics. These mice are part of our mission to make the most cutting-edge gear accessible to gamers across the world. In another glorious first, Model O2 will be released in both wired and wireless at the same time. The improvements made to both mice are inspired by feedback gathered from technical experts, pro players, and our amazing community of gamers from around the world over the last 3.5 years. We've made every effort to ensure that the Model O remains and holds its title amongst the greatest gaming mice in the market. Both of these new mice will keep the same iconic ambidextrous shape as the Model O original, with a fresh new look and the latest tech and new engineering to make them stronger, faster, and more ergonomically friendly. The dimensions of the mouse are nearly identical to its predecessor. The Model O shape is extremely versatile, perfect for claw grips or palm for medium to large size hands. Most of you watching are probably already pretty familiar with the benefits of ultralight gaming mice by now. Lower weight improves speed and performance while reducing strain on your wrists during those long, late night sessions. A good lightweight mouse should be an extension of your arm, making movements as natural as possible. A low weight allows for more relaxed grip as well as easier acceleration and stopping. This level of control is extremely beneficial when making lightning quick motions like flicks or swipes, or while tracking a moving target, so you can place the crosshair exactly where you want it with minimal micro adjustment. With these refreshed mice, instead of following the trend of concentrating primarily on weight reduction at the expense of features like structural integrity, the focus on this new generation was to find the perfect balance between lightweight, rigidity, and rich features, like optional Bluetooth or improved RGB. Speaking of balance, both Model O2 and Model I2 have a center of mass right above the sensor. That means they won't flip over when you lift them. This configuration also accommodates a more relaxed 2-finger grip style. Keeping perforated holes is an effort to help reduce weight without losing strength. It also helps us rethink how we can showcase the RGB in a more captivating way. The Model O2 wired comes in 59 grams and the Model O2 wireless at 68 grams. Engineering upgrades like a single layer shell and a thinner PCB gave us the ability to significantly increase overall build quality and add new features without making the mouse heavier. These mice are packed with tech and solid as a rock. They'll be amongst some of the strongest ultralight mice on the market. Looking at the shell, you'll notice some big design changes. With these updates, we've improved the overall aesthetic appearance of the mice, as well as the hand feel and internal structure. The familiar weight-reducing perforated holes have been updated with a new design for a cleaner, more refined look than the V1 versions. The Model 02 also features a new textured finish. In response to user feedback, the original finish has now been upgraded. It now has a new matte finish with improved grippiness for a more overall comfortable and premium feeling. The button design has also gone through some major revisions. Underneath the shell, the internal structure has been re-engineered to make them true split-button mice. That means that the button is a completely separate mechanism which will actuate fully independently. These design changes also make the LMB and RMB feel more consistent. These switches in the LMB and the RMB have been upgraded to our proprietary Glorious switch. These switches have been created in collaboration with Kale. They feel great and are rated for 80 million clicks. With almost no noticeable pre-travel, they'll give you maximum responsiveness and snappiness. Overall, the button and switch upgrades will give you more crisp, satisfying, and responsive clicks than the V1. The scroll wheel will feel relatively the same as our recently released mice, although the internal F encoder has been upgraded to provide more durability and longevity. The RGB has been removed from the scroll wheel for a cleaner aesthetic and a slight battery improvement for the wireless mouse. One of the highlights of these new mice is the brand new BAMF 2.0 sensor. This proprietary sensor was made in collaboration with Pixart and is the current top-of-the-line technology. The BAMF 2.0 has pixel-perfect tracking accuracy, improved tracking speed, and the highest DPI range in its class. You won't miss a shot. The onboard buttons can be customized completely in the Glorious Core software. Polling rate of 1000 Hertz, liftoff distance, and debounce can also be changed in Core. For all you RGB addicts out there, you'll be extremely happy with some of the improvements on the V2 mice. One of the most striking aesthetic differences is the two RGB strips on the side are brighter and more vibrant than the original Model O. While the original mice had very little noticeable internal glow, these new mice have a stunning internal ambient lighting effect that really makes them shine. Overall, the lighting on these mice is fabulous. The mice will feature the same 100% pure PTFE G-skate feet and flexible extended cable you're already familiar with. The skates from the V1 mice are cross-compatible, and so you can use any you already own. The white mouse will now come with a white cable by default as well. On to the price. Many premium mouse makers have increased their prices, with some approaching $150 to $200 range on recent releases. Model O wired will retail for $64.99, and Model O wireless will retail for $99.99. While a price increase over our original mice was necessary to support the technology upgrades and production costs, it was imperative for us to stay true to our brand and deliver an affordable range. Both mice are compatible with Glorious Core software, a welcome addition from the Model O wired version. As always with Glorious Core software, you can completely customize your settings. You can even do key bindings or macros if that's your thing. Our development team is constantly making improvements to Core, with user-requested features being updated regularly. Check out the feature upvote tool on our site to keep track of our roadmap. Model 02 wired and wireless will come in black and white, with the possibility of more colorways coming in the future. Now let's take a deeper look at some of the new features on the Model 02 wireless. Our focus was giving it that V2 facelift while also making some big improvements on both compatibility and battery life. One of the coolest changes on the Model 02 wireless is that it now features dual connectivity. It has the same 2.4 gigahertz connection from the V1, but we've added a new energy efficient Bluetooth connection mode. The 2.4 gigahertz connection is ultra fast and has zero lag, best suited for high performance gaming. The connection can be made via the wireless receiver that's included, and the dongle is also included with that to extend the receiver, with reliability up to 10 meters. The Bluetooth 5.2 LE connection is for maximum power efficiency. It offers improved compatibility with devices such as your laptop, phone, or tablet. It is great for gaming on the go or productivity. The two modes can be toggled at the flick of a switch. Battery life on the Model 02 wireless has been dramatically improved. The range is now up to 110 hours in 2.4 gigahertz, and in Bluetooth mode, 210 hours with RGB off. The Model 02 wireless is not just a dual wireless, it's also a true hybrid mouse. This means that the wireless mode can be turned off completely, and you can play via the super flexible extended cable while your mouse is charging. Cool feature of these mice is that you can set the RGB for wired or wireless mode independent of each other. This gives you full control over your preferred preferences in aesthetics, performance, or battery life. And for the third mouse in our lineup, meet Model i2 Wireless. You asked, we delivered. After a successful release of the Model I Wired, this has been one of the most requested products by our community. This will be the lightest mouse in its category. It features 9 programmable buttons with 2 removable magnetic side buttons. The shape of the mouse is nearly identical to the Model I Wired, with some small changes. It has an ergonomic design that molds to the shape of your hand, with a thumb rest for added support. The shell is our new V2 aesthetic style, with an upgraded texture and better RGB. It also shares the improved split button design. With the added buttons, this mouse weighs slightly more than the Model O Wireless, coming in at 75 grams. But this mouse is crazy comfortable. Like the Model I Wired, the Model i2 Wireless features 4 side buttons in an ergonomically friendly configuration. 2 of the 4 side buttons are replaceable. There's also been some slight changes to the side button shapes from the I Wired to improve overall comfort and ergonomics, so the side button replacements won't be cross-compatible. In response to customer requests, we've included this handy tool for you to easily remove them. And if it looks familiar to you, it's because it doubles as a SIM card remover. Hey, if it works, it works. Like the Model O2, it features our new glorious switches rated to 80 million clicks. The Model i2 Wireless features our brand new BAMF 2.0 sensor, dual wireless connectivity, and hybrid wired mode with extended battery life. 110 hours for 2.4 gigahertz and 210 hours for Bluetooth connection mode. One of the coolest features on this mouse is its layer shift functionality. By assigning a layer shift function to a button in Glorious Core, you can cycle between a second layer of mapped controls live on the fly. Just hold down the shift key to temporarily activate the secondary layer and release to revert back. This mouse is an excellent choice for MOBA or MMO games, but it's also great for first-person shooters or really any gamer looking for maximum support or versatility. The price of this mouse will be the same as the O2 Wireless at $99.99. We've spent the last 3.5 years making some major improvements to our quality control processes. If you do encounter any issues, we pride ourselves in having top-tier customer support. These mice come with a 2-year warranty, and if you register it through our website, you get an extra year free. There you have it. We are extremely excited about this new trifecta of mice. This marks the future of our performance gaming lineup and sets a new standard for ultralight gaming mice in this class. Pre-orders will open on gloriousgaming.com at the end of this video. Production of the mice has already begun and will be completed in the coming weeks. Keep an eye on our social media or our Glorious forum for more updates on these mice. Thanks for watching. Stay glorious.